That was not recorded.
Oh, okay.
Test it. 1, 2.
That's good. Test. 1, 2, test.
Yeah, let me put this in my other hand. So I can get it more easily, or I got to put it over here. That's
We
fine.
should just
I'll hold on to it.
tape that thing all together so hard it doesn't come apart.
That never works. Okay.
Chat. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Good afternoon, Greenhorns, and welcome to a special edition of the Road to Wrestling School. The HOV to the HOP. HOP, of course, standing for the Superior Professional Wrestling Training Center, House of Pain. I'm Grizzly Joe Grasso.
And I'm hashtag Hamish Stewart.
And we are literally on the road to wrestling school to an open training session. That's right, it's the special edition open training session show. And you get to listen in on the conversation. How you doing today, Hamish?
I'm doing great. Fitness-wise, doing really well. Went into a new routine this week, which has been very difficult and very challenging. Always good. I can still feel, kind of the different muscle groups that I worked, which is always good and very intense as I go through it. Also upped some calories in there, so I'm at 2,200 calories per day. The macros got switched up a bit by my nutritionist, and
the time of my life. I'm sorry. When you said routine, I imagined dance routine, and I've gone into Dirty Dancing in my head.
That's right. By the way,
of my life.
And this is nothing to do with routines or workout or anything. I'm going to wet the crap out of my hair tonight before we go.
Oh, you're going
out.
to do that? I
Yeah.
considered that.
No, I'm going to do that.
I'm not going to do that. Mine has to be poofy.
Yeah. Your hair's up. I'm going to wet my shit down.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do
You got to get
that.
some oil. You got to go Brett the Hitman and do fucking oil.
Well, is that what they do? They oil
That's what
it?
he does. I don't know what everyone else does.
Brett's hair.
I just know. I
yeah.
overheard that's what he did.
Yeah, I'm gonna wet it down so it looks like I'm sweating or wet.
Yeah,
or
I think that would look good for you.
gross.
But I mean, you're also wearing a hat.
Well, no, that's
there's
all right.
that.
But it'll be all matted and crap.
All right.
But it'll come out. I always take the hat off.
So March. It's not March. Jesus. It's February 11th. Well, March 11th got popped into my head. I don't know why. It is February 11th, Greenhorns. So this will come out 3 weeks after now. Maybe.
That's right.
Probably 4 weeks.
It'll come out in March.
It'll come out in March. So that's happening. We are on our way to the open training session to defend our tag team championship.
That's right. Damned be he who steps in the ring with
The
the
Radical
grimy
Stars
Scotch.
don't know what they're getting into.
Oh
It's
my
a
God.
bar fight in there.
They
is what
are
it's gonna be.
about. It is last call, boys.
That's right. It's on like Donkey Kong.
That's right. We're going to get in there. We're going to defend our titles to the best of our ability and give them what for, and show this crowd what the grimy Scots are capable of.
That's right. Hopefully we do better than we did at a Thursday night training session that we didn't record a podcast, and I think that's why we shit the bed that night.
Yeah, that was a really tough one, and Greenhorns, when training sessions are for that, are for to go in there and kind of screw up and do things, but man, this was real. This was like taking it back to week one.
Yeah, it was real rough.
We
for
walked
us.
into that ring and we were, we just couldn't put it together to
it
put
hurt.
anything together. Yeah,
It hurt Greenhorns.
It hurt to be in the ring knowing it was going on.
Yeah, it was
we were
real
like,
bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
But you know what? They can't all be great, man. Not every pie is going to be a prize winner.
That's right. And what you got to do is like Grizz will say, you got to dust it off. It's a piece of sand art. You just let it go.
Yeah, it's gone. It's already gone. I mean, hell, think about the shitty WrestleMania matches you've seen with top stars. Even they have the times when they shit the bed.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah, it does.
I'm allowed to have a shitty match.
Right. And, and it was just a training thing. We're just kind of putting things together with it and kind of working things out. But tonight we're going full bore, nonstop. It'll be crazy action.
That's right.
Super excited.
We're going to hit hard. We're going to use psychology. It's going to be a shine heat comeback finish. It's going to be beautiful in there.
It's going to be out of control.
And we're going to walk away with the tag belts.
And we got paired up with a manager tonight.
Oh, yes. Uncle Angus.
Uncle Angus.
We have duly named him.
That's right.
He's a new trainee, trained to be a manager. And he is Uncle Angus.
One of the good things about the training shows is that you get, you're going to get thrown into a bunch of different scenarios. You get a bunch of different things tossed at you. And they were like, hey, we want to work this guy in. We're going to give him a manager.
Exactly.
Okay, great. So we got to work him in there. Got to find a way to make it grimy and make him a part of the tag team.
That's right. We got to remember to use our manager. He's there for us to use.
Right.
He's another tool for the ring.
Yes, and to tell the story of what we're trying to do.
That's right. But speaking of good matches, we had one at the show we did last Saturday at WXWC4, World Extreme Wrestling. That is federation owned by the Anawahi family, specifically Samu the Head Shrinker and Alpha Jr. run this one up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And my God, Greenhorns, was it a good experience for us?
Oh, yeah. We did a 4-way tag match between the Elementals, the Radical Stars, who will match up against tonight, and Pretty and Gritty. 4 worthy tag teams in that ring, doing what they could. And it turned out really well.
It did. We went on after intermission, second match after intermission, which is a great time for a match. We rocked the house, I think. It felt really good.
It was it was a solid match. Solid showing for our first, road pro match. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Unless we would have went over, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
But we did our jobs. We went up there. We made the faces look good. We interacted with the heels.
Right. We got some heat from the fans.
Yeah, walked straight out and got the double middle finger from a dude. And
this little kid called me a hobbit.
I was like, I don't even know you. What are you doing? Why do you just hate me so bad? And then I was like, I hate you.
Really great crowds up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah. And a really great event too. I mean, the arena that they use is very good. Very well apportioned. The acoustics are good. Gimmick tables are set up nicely. There's a great concession stand. You can't ask for anything better.
That's true. But on the other side, so we got lucky. We had great partners in that match. But occasionally, like we've said before, you're going to get an ass hat. And people we know got an ass hat.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
This guy said, I don't care what you do, as long as I get my shit in, which is a horrible way to come at these matches. It's not, look, man, it's not a monologue out there. It's a scene.
Right.
You got to work together.
And Greenhorns, what get my shit in means is do the shit that I do well, that I do great, that looks good. So he basically said, I'm out there to get myself over. I don't care what you guys do.
That's right.
But I'm going to do the 5 or 3 moves that make me look good. Imagine the 5 moves of death from John Cena, or
right,
Bret the Hitman Hart's snap suplex, or a fisherman suplex from Mr. Perfect. Those moves that look crisp, look great, look really well done. He wanted to do his things and cut everybody else out.
Yeah, seriously. What's that all about? And, they're trying to plan the match. This guy keeps walking away. He's not interested. Keeps wanting to change it to suit him. And then when they finally get out there in the ring, it's a runaway train. He takes control. He works his heat too long. I mean, he's supposed to be,
they were supposed to be faces, weren't they?
They were, and he ended up working a heat.
Yeah, so, he totally reversed it.
He was supposed to be the...
they were supposed to be
supposed to be the heels. The guy with the ass hat was supposed to be the heels. But then he ended up taking a shine, basically.
Right.
Working face, trying to get over with the fans and make himself look good.
Yeah, and it just made the whole thing just fall to pieces.
And, these are all mostly veteran guys in this match, and this one ass hat just takes one guy to fuck everything up.
Yeah. And that goes to show that you can get one of those guys on the road. You can find those guys whenever you run. You can find those teams. But how do you answer that?
How do
Grizz?
you handle that?
How do you handle that?
So on the one hand, you just got invited to this federation. You don't want to be the guy that's like, hey, this motherfucker, blah, blah, and you don't want to start a fight. But on the other hand...
Which has happened.
Oh, absolutely.
That is not an uncommon event in locker rooms.
Oh, yeah, it can get heated out there.
Yeah, everybody's all jacked up. Everybody's studs. Everybody's, wanting to shine in the non-wrestling sense. But so people are in the locker room. There's gonna be high emotion there, especially if you go out there and you control and you legitimately don't let somebody get over or do what they're supposed to do or run the match.
That's right. And on the other hand, you don't want to look weak. You don't want to be like the guy that gets walked over. So you don't want to be a stepping stone for this douchebag. You don't want to be known as the guy who sucks or you had a shitty match. That's going to reflect on you if people don't know the whole story. So what was advised to us? Frankly, don't look like...
don't let it happen.
Don't let it happen. Don't let someone make you look shitty or make you look weak.
Right.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with confronting someone after a match in such a way. I mean, you can ask for apology later, and you can ask for respect from the booker after that. But if someone goes out there and makes you look like shit, that's your product. That's your branding.
Right.
That they're fucking with.
Yeah, they're jumping in on what you could potentially be using to make another booking, to make another gig, to make another way to make money, and they're wrecking that. So you have to take, and as much as it will go against a lot of what you feel and how you've trained and what you're doing, because normally this is a partnership. You're working together with the guy in the ring. If he's working against you, sometimes you gotta take control of that, and you gotta take control in the ring.
That's right.
And let it, and
sometimes you got to shoot a motherfucker. Not shoot, but you got to shoot wrestle.
Right. And where that goes into is you should actually try to learn some good mat wrestling skills.
Because you never know when you got to take someone to the mat, yeah.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to have to pull somebody down and tell them to slow down, tell them to breathe, tell them to lighten up, or tell them to do something else.
Tell them to have fucking respect.
Right, yeah.
There's nothing like you take them to the mat, like, okay, you're going to listen to me now. We're doing it this way.
Right.
We're going to make this a good match.
Right. You put somebody in a legit Kimura lock, or you put somebody in a legit armbar, or you put somebody in a legit stretch hold, they'll start listening.
Oh, fucking A. And never forget, the most effective wrestling maneuver there can be is the front face lock.
Right.
Do that. They'll listen.
Yeah.
Because, remember, that's how Hulk Hogan knocked out Richard Belzer pre-WrestleMania 1. Knocked his ass out on live TV with that.
Yeah. Put them in that. Those holds are you can shoot those holds real quick, and it doesn't take much. So
and you still end up looking good.
Right.
And you can always explain yourself afterward. You can't undo the shitty match. You
Right.
can't undo the damage it's done to your reputation.
Right, but you can sideline something that you can feel going sideways.
Yes.
You don't want to let that happen. Now, there were a lot of layers going on with this. So, one of them is that if you don't know the booker, or if this is a new thing for you, you're going to have to explain it to the booker. You're going to have to talk to the booker, talk to the promoter if they watched it, if they're friends with the person that you were wrestling, or if you guys are both newbies that wrestled for the first time together. You're going to have to explain it and try to keep your cool about it too. Don't go nuts and fly off the handle and start swearing and doing all this.
There's still a professional way to call somebody out.
Right. So do it in a professional manner, but protect yourself in the ring and protect your brand in the ring.
That's right.
You don't want somebody stealing that from you. They're basically stealing something that you could be selling. Taking time and money away from you.
Yeah. And the overarching protection of all this that we said the last time, people talk. People talk. Trainers talk. Bookers talk. Bookers talk to each other. If you trust the booker and they have connections, then you let them know, guess what? Word gets around.
Right. And real talk, our illustrious trainer knows very well the booker and the owner of the promotion.
Yeah, John and Samu go way back.
Yeah, they're like as close to brothers as you can be for real.
John Rambo was trained by his father, Alpha.
Right. So when John heard this, he was, he'll talk. He'll.
Oh yeah, he wrote down some names. He says, I'm gonna have a little talk.
Yeah. So these things get around, and they're not, it happens. But keep your head on you and keep yourself cool. And 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, you'll never run into this scenario.
Right. And if people know who you are and how you wrestle, they're going to know what happened in there.
Right.
And again, like we said earlier, you're allowed to have a shit match. You really are.
And it's not everybody has them every now and again. And I will be pretty frank. I'm sure the match was not as bad as those in it felt.
Right.
Everybody who was in the match are seasoned professionals, not just guys like Grizz and I who, here's your paperwork, go out on the circuit, go do what you need to do.
Right.
No, these guys have been doing this for a while, so their stuff looked good.
Yeah, they look good. They'll bounce back pretty quickly from this.
I don't think there's much bouncing back. I'm pretty sure they're back. It's not
right. There's no bounce. Yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
They got a bad partner in there, and it worked out.
Exactly.
But so that's that, Greenhorns. If you run into that scenario, you learn some shoot moves and then tell them to tag out.
Yes, and get them to tag out.
That's right. You shoot on them and then say tag your partner and tell them to look out for the hip toss. Have them come in for the hip toss. And then you continue whatever you were doing.
Well, I'm going to hip toss this show right into our sponsors as we take a break for the steak and listen to the people that support this show.
And now, the Road to Wrestling School would like to thank all of our wonderful sponsors.
Okay, we're back again. That was an actual break as someone called my phone, and when my phone gets called, it stops the recording.
Oh, wow.
That's funny. It's not that important. It's my cousin that's coming tonight.
Oh, cool.
I'll talk to her in a bit. She can wait. She can wait a second.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do we think we'll have a Big Bear's Den?
I don't know, but we're going to find out right now. Yeah, we may have one there. I don't know.
I hope that he doesn't go off the rails like he did the last one. The Mary Bang Kill one.
It was so good.
Made me laugh until he went crazy with the inanimate object.
Oh, that was so good. That was my favorite part.
Oh, my God. I was like, no.
I was in tears.
No,
Tears. It was so good.
I couldn't take that.
Well, I mean, look, we got to have...
That's going to stop us from getting on the Jericho Network.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's the thing.
Jericho has all these podcasts and is like, oh, my God, these dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Why did they send these to me? You got to send your tapes out, guys. You
got to
try to get somewhere.
So, name of the game tonight for the Grimy Scots is cheat. Cheat to win.
That's right. Always cheat. Always cheat.
Always cheat.
Every match. Grizz and I were talking about a few things that we're trying to get into this match tonight, and some body parts and areas we're going to work. Grizz features the back. He prefers to work the back.
That's my favorite.
I will follow along, or we'll put it in there anywhere you can. Maybe I'll do that Mexican drop kick from the back tonight. Maybe maybe if we're working the back, I'll snap mare him in the center of the ring and then just bam and just hit him in the back with that.
Have you done that before?
No.
It seems dangerous.
Why?
Because you can't take a bump that way.
Well, he'll just snap forward.
I don't know. You hit pretty hard, brother. Don't you hurt?
It's not that hard.
Don't you hurt him?
It's not that hard.
It's pretty hard.
It'll be fine. I'll catch him in the shoulder blades. That'll be good.
Oh, just give him from the front. It's fine.
No.
All right, do what you want. I don't care.
It's
your kick. I'm not getting
from the
kicked.
back. Yeah, I know. You're not the one getting kicked.
That's
just
right,
chill.
buddy. Damn.
I'm trying to work out some things that technically can work the back, some stretches that'll work the back. The abdominal stretch is the forward is the abdominal, obviously.
Oh, that's a good point, yes.
But that's one that can be co-opted, especially since we have a manager. We could pull the old, Grizz holds my hand to apply excess force to it.
So much excess.
I know. It's going to be crazy. So much excess force. But getting out of it, I've never come out of it. The referee will have to catch us holding hands, and then I'll have to let go.
Yes, probably.
And
that makes more sense. I wanted to do the spot, and we're probably not going to fit it in, although it doesn't take much for the other guys to do. So, I've hit Willie with something. He's down on the ground.
He's one of the Radical Stars.
One of the Radical Stars. I've hit him. He's down on the ground. I pin him. Kicks out. I'm angry. I go to yell to you. We commiserate. As I'm talking to you, he's almost getting to his partner.
You stomp on his back.
I stomp him and then hit
his partner.
And then that brings him in, which is a way to bring him in.
I think it's good, clean, easy to do.
It's fairly easy. It doesn't require a whole lot of setup.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, work towards him. Don't get to him.
Right, I will cue you when he's getting close.
Right, that's not bad.
Turn around, go get him, and then you go do that. And then
boom, hit him.
Once you pop his partner, then I'll come in and I'll drag him to our corner, and we'll just beat down, and then throw that fake tag in.
Yep, exactly. That's a good time for the fake tag. You know what? Let's do that instead of the weird eye poke thing. That was more complicated. To work.
That would take a lot.
I mean, I like that one, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Also, I had to throw a left-handed clothesline, which is I haven't done a whole lot of.
Oh man,
that's sort of your game.
Yeah, I need to do that. And you need to stay. We need to stay at the top of the ring instead of on the side where Uncle Angus will stay.
What you mean?
So hard camera, and for anybody who's not familiar with how we're setting this thing up, this is going to be really upsetting for you because you're not going to understand any of it. But you know where hard camera is, right?
Yeah.
All the way in the back, so that we're not on the left-hand side.
I think we have to be on that side.
No. We're going to be on the left-hand side, the top left-hand corner.
Yeah, that's where we always go.
Stay in the top, though. Don't be on the left-hand side.
You mean,
don't
be. All right.
Yeah, don't be ladder side. Be
all right,
table
we can work
side.
that probably.
Yeah, because it frees up that center lane.
Oh,
remember what we were talking about? Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I gotcha.
Greenhorns. One of the things about tag matches that makes them unique is obviously you have a tag team partner on the outside.
Yeah.
if it makes no sense if I whip somebody into the ropes and he whips on the side where his tag team partner is, why wouldn't his partner blind tag him from the back and come in?
Right,
why
makes no
wouldn't
sense.
he do that? Especially if we're in the middle of a heat. If we're beating down somebody, why wouldn't his partner come in, blind tag him, and come in behind us? So
Yep.
you got to keep those whips away from that partner.
Right, that's ring presence. You got to pay attention to what's going on in the ring.
And you got to cut off the partner and cut off the ring as much as you can.
Exactly.
It's
Divide and conquer.
It is a skill we are slowly learning.
Yes.
I'll be free to admit this. The psychology of a singles match. Okay, all right. I'm not saying that I'm Bret the Hitman Hart, and I'm also not saying I'm anybody who's anybody on the Indies. I've got a tenuous grasp of it. Okay, great. I'll work that. When it comes to the tag stuff, oh boy, I'm still mired in a year ago singles psychology. Like,
Right.
it's just swimming.
Yeah.
But it's clearing up. We have a lot of agents that are helping us out.
Right. There's people who are watching us.
I can't count out the intelligence of Robbie Page and Ish.
Flendigo Martinez.
R.L. Smith, everybody who's been watching, and
The Radical Stars.
Radical Stars working with us to bring us up to their level.
Yes.
Which is something that we aspire to. And I would tell you honestly, I don't just aspire to get to the level. There's a fire inside of me that grows every time I come up here, and I want to be the best.
Oh yeah.
I want to be the best tag team in the independent circuit.
Just you? Just you should be the best. You should be the best tag team.
I don't
on the
care.
independent
Just
circuit.
me.
That'd be
Yeah.
fucking-
Just
I
me.
have long wanted there to be a beast of a wrestler who's just like the tag team guy.
Is his yeah.
It's like, okay, you can compete, I guess. It's just you, so it's always a handicap match.
It's a one-man tag.
That might get boring, but I think it could be work really well.
It could. The guy'd have to be
He'd have to be
huge.
beastly.
He'd have to be like strong.
Either
or
really
Braun
beastly or
Strowman.
so technically superior. I don't
Yeah.
even know how it would work.
Yeah,
I
it'd
don't know
have
what
to be
wrestler works there.
Have to be really
But I would love
good.
to see that at least once.
Right.
Maybe for a short program.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not something you could do like a full run, a full year on that.
No, it's funny though. It
Or
is.
even a
It
full
is
career.
good. Yeah. It is. It is a good thing. But yeah, there's.
Or you could pull the old Money Incorporated gimmick. Like once he gets the belts, he just runs out and gets disqualified every time, and he keeps the belts.
Oh yeah. That's what. That's how we're gonna keep the belts.
See, I want to do that. I got to bring that back
Continually getting
because then it has
disqualified.
that payoff of the commission has changed the rules. If you get counted out again, you're going to lose the belts.
Right. Yeah.
Which was the only good moment of WrestleMania 9.
The no DQ or something like that.
Exactly.
Where you do that. By the way, Greenhorns, a full program of matches and wrestling in Martinsburg, West Virginia should be announced shortly.
That's right.
The House of Pain is invading and taking over and running the NWL.
That's right.
And we will be starting April 1st.
April 1st, the 20th anniversary of the NWL.
We will kick off our show, and I will let you know the Grimy Scots will be there.
We will be there, guaranteed.
And we will be coming with all the veracity
I
of
think
a Scottish bar
this
fight.
podcast should come out right before it. So, get your tickets right now. Ringside, $20. Next few rows
second
are
row
15.
15, and then general admission 10?
10, I believe it's 10, yeah. So, get your tickets. Those are reasonable prices.
No, they're great.
This is going to be a good show.
A guaranteed great show for you. You will not want to miss it.
That's right.
This is where it's at. So, and by that time, we'll have a few other months of psychology and training in, and we'll be better and better every time.
That's true. You may not hear from Grizz for a couple of weeks there, Greenhorns. I'm going to be having a baby.
Oh yeah,
Might be a couple of solos with hashtag there.
Yeah. I'll be staying close to you. I'll be snuggling up. I'm not going to be stealing Ish's gimmick. Snuggling up with Ish, which is his. He'll be on our podcast network.
That's right. All right, Greenhorns, a little shorter podcast tonight, but we made really great time, probably because it's Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday, so there's no traffic
traffic,
going up
right.
there, so it's real quick to get.
But we're
there.
in beautiful downtown Hagerstown, Maryland, so we're going to tap out. Hey, remember to rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes. Spread the word. Tell your friends about this podcast. That's how we grow the audience.
That's right. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Road to Wrestling School /6-inch subs, and that's 6 spelled out.com.
That's a long one.
Yeah.
If you want to reach us, you can reach us at roadtowrestlingschool@gmail.com. Send us your comments, your questions, your recipes, your love notes, and most importantly, your favorite WrestleManias, so I can disagree with you.
That's right. And look for us at our on Facebook, The Grimy Scots. You can find us and find out where we're booked next. We'll be putting our bookings up there shortly.
That's right. Like us on Facebook, Grimy Scots.
And you can find any of our gimmicks on there as well.
That's right, baby. Hey, keep the faith, Greenhorns. We'll see you down the road and in the ring.
That ending sounds good. I like that.